Now let's think for a moment. What do you think is the most important archaeological discovery ever made? Deciphering ancient languages? The Rosetta Stone? Art and burial customs? Tutankhamun's tomb? Military history of the Far East? The Terracotta Army? Indeed, these are all crucial. But there's one place. It completely reshapes the known history of civilization. A secret dating back nearly 12,000 years. 4,000 years older than the pyramids, 5,000 years older than Stonehenge. Gigantic structures built by hunter-gatherers. This place is Göbekli Tepe. How was it built? Why was it built? A temple? A gathering place? Or something far more profound? And what does all this mean for us today? Are you ready? Let's journey into the secrets whispered by the stones of Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe is an archaeological site located 15 kilometers from Şanlıurfa in Turkey, initially appearing as an ordinary hill. But it's actually a tell, an artificial mound formed by layers of human settlement and structures accumulated over thousands of years. Covering roughly 8 hectares, less than 5% of excavations have been completed, yet over 200 T-shaped pillars have already been discovered. Pillars range from 3.5 to 6 meters tall, weighing 5 to 20 tons each. Moving just one required about 400 people, without modern cranes or metal tools. So who were these people, and why, and how did they erect these massive stones? In 1963, a joint surface survey by the University of Chicago and Istanbul University documented some carved stones, thought they were medieval graves. The file was forgotten. In 1994, German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt re-examined the reports and recognized the limestone blocks from Nevali Chori. When he visited the site, he wrote in his diary, "This is not a house, it's a temple." Excavations began in 1995, and what they uncovered would become one of the greatest surprises in the history of archaeology. But what exactly did they find? Göbekli Tepe has a unique architecture. In the circular temples, 2 monumental T-pillars stand in the center, surrounded by smaller pillars forming a ring. The most intriguing example is Structure C, a dome-like wall, a carefully carved monumental entrance, and an inner room with no door. This is a feature we don't encounter in Neolithic architecture. Why would hunter-gatherers build a temple with a central room that no one could enter? Some researchers are reminded of the Sanctum Sanctorum, the Holy of Holies, from the Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem, a space forbidden to all but the high priest. On the surface of the pillars, relief carvings of snakes, leopards, vultures, and human arms. Are these decorations or ancient symbols? But why? Why did hunter-gatherers put such enormous effort into carving, moving, and assembling these giant stones? First, they weren't so different from us. They were intelligent, emotional, and lived in complex social groups. They just had different tools. It was hard work without modern tools, but not impossible. Nearby stone quarries and unfinished pillars are proof. These people lived face to face with death, wild animals, disease, hunger, and like us, they searched for meaning. The construction of Göbekli Tepe coincides with the dawn of agriculture, a turning point in human history. People were slowly learning how to farm, and that meant they didn't need to keep moving. With permanent settlements came culture, memory, civilization. Göbekli Tepe was built at the edge of this transformation, at the 0 point of human cultural evolution. The true function of Göbekli Tepe is still debated, but some things are clear. It wasn't a permanent settlement. No evidence of hearths, kitchens, or trash pits was found, and the animal bones discovered were mostly from wild species. One strong theory, it was a massive gathering place for hunter-gatherer groups, perhaps for seasonal rituals or knowledge exchange. Nearby sites like Karahan Tepe, simpler and even older, suggest Göbekli Tepe was the central hub of a larger ritual network. Another major theory was a spiritual center, a temple. As Klaus Schmidt said, maybe it was built for gods, not people. The symbolism on the pillars, the choice of animals, the structure, all may reflect a belief system, a set of rituals. Some researchers believe the structures were aligned with the stars, possibly used to mark important times of the year, like solstices. In 2017, researchers Martin Sweatman and Dimitrios Tsikritsis focused on the vulture stone, known in Turkish as Akbaba Taşı. They noticed that the animal carvings on the stone might represent constellations, and all of them were arranged around a circular shape, believed to symbolize the sun. According to them, the stone may tell the story of a massive object in the sky, possibly a meteor. The headless human figure at the bottom? It could symbolize the destruction that followed. The vulture stone may not have been a ritual item, but a memorial to a cataclysm. One of the greatest remaining mysteries of Göbekli Tepe is a portion of the site was intentionally buried thousands of years ago by the very people who built it. Why? Did they seal it before abandoning it? Or did they reuse the space to build something else? We don't know. Some of the symbols on the pillars still haven't been deciphered. It's still a mystery how small hunter-gatherer groups coordinated such a massive project. Was it a totem? A spell? There are many unanswered questions. After nearly 2,000 years of use, Göbekli Tepe was abandoned around 8,000 to 7,000 BCE. Maybe its purpose was fulfilled, or maybe the culture that built it changed. For millennia, it slept under the earth, waiting for humanity to remember. Göbekli Tepe stands as a silent witness to how the human imagination shaped stone and time. What do these giant stones speak of most? Faith, cooperation, or a call reaching toward the sky? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and support the channel. One day, perhaps together, we'll awaken the sleeping stone circles of Göbekli Tepe.